Good day. And Reggie is like, would you like to speak with any of them? She says in a very hushed voice.
I'm here to help if need be, but I don't have any particular desire to go out and actively start a conversation with any of them.
Athymos, how do you feel being in the presence of Kara?
Very uneasy.
Yeah.
I'm not as much angry as I would have before, although there's still a little bit of that, but it's not a good feeling.
Yeah.
It's like a stinking feeling in my non-existent stomach.
Alright. So, you proceed to continue on, and Reggie's like, let's, if I may, allow me to, see what exactly, Reggie, let me, see what, my husband and his second in command are up to. And so you guys continue on into the caves, and let's see, where's a good place? Dun, 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 dun. And you guys walk for a good bit, but we will be shifting perspectives slightly. Let me just do a little bit of rearranging and all, and then one sec. Okay, so we find ourselves deep within the Cobalt Caves, where Draco and Dan are having an in-depth conversation. Part of that is Draco's like, what? I'm worried about them all, but our priority currently is to keep this island safe. We need to set up some sort of security in case the capital attacks us again. And Dan goes, if I may, those robots, those weird Pokemon, maybe they could be our scouting party? I mean, I don't know. I don't really... Forgive me, Draco, but I don't really trust them entirely. They just randomly showed up and all of a sudden know a whole lot of information. And Draco said, Dan, your input is understandable. But those are all wandering souls. Their past was taken away from them. The only reason why they're even here is because they have information of the capital, because they were experimented on by the capital. Can't believe Dan Braille wouldn't trust me. And Dan goes, so they say. You saw that one guy, what he calls himself, Athymos, whatever that means. You looked at all the robots that were in here that attacked Suikun's den. They were the same model. Don't you think that's a little suspicious? Because his body had simply taken hold of one of the robots. I'm sorry, it rubs me the wrong way, okay? I don't like it. I'm sorry. I understand. These are tumultuous times. Very tense. We need to remain on guard, but for anyone who offers a hand, we must be willing to take it. We can use all the help we can. Fine. Okay. In any case, go and check on the residents, see how they're doing. They've all been stressing too much about something that they shouldn't be worrying about. It's not in their place. They don't deserve it. And Dan's like, okay, fine. And he proceeds to swim off. And Draco's like, oh, Chef, I hope you're safe. And then we shift perspectives again. Seeing as Dan continues to swim about, making his way back to the, what was it? Making his way back to Cobalt Lake when he stops. And then he proceeds to look around on both sides. He's like, okay. Finally, some privacy. And then he swims off. And swims off over here. And, let's see. Okay, so, real quick. Iron Athymos, roll me a quick perception check.
Will do.
And I shall do the same thing with,
Yippee!
Iron Treads. Ooh, nice. And I don't have a stat sheet for, what was it? For Regia. So, hey, Chef! Hey, Jacob, can you, just using Chef's perception, can you just make me a check, please?
This depends on Jacob being present.
Oh, he is. He is.
Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, because he's in the same house. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Jacob is, oh, I just heard him. Jacob is in my house. He is...
Hold on, one moment.
He is in my walls.
He will get caught if he spaces out today.
Exactly. Especially since he's not on the same computer that he can play Minecraft on.
Yup.
Oh, I'm on my phone with Discord. Hold on. Okay, this is not burning form.
Alright. Ooh, okay, even though you rolled a 1, that's still very high. So yeah, we'll say, and, you know, we'll bump that up to, we'll add a +1 to that, just because Regia's whole thing is always about scouting and setting up traps and stuff. This is canon lore, by the way. So, let's go real quick, and, alright, and so, Regia is leading you both through, like, you guys cut through Cobalt Lake and are making through the cave, and then all of a sudden, Regia's like, wait, and then she turns around, she's like, and she holds up a tendril, like, covering her mouth, like, shh. So now, roll stealth. That includes you too, Jacob. Roll stealth for your mother. I don't know if my mic picked that up, but I could just hear Jacob's anguish from that. All right. Ooh, all good. Okay, so Iron Treads was just shy of what I had in mind, but like he's the furthest away, so he's fine. So, Regia is like a little like, who is that over there? And then you guys can hear a familiar voice, that being Dan the Sharpedo. However, he, Iron Athymos, since you are slightly taller than Regia and just have really, really cool and quirky robot eyes, you're able to at least see the back of him through these rocks, and you notice as he pulls out a strange orb, and then he proceeds to toss it in front of him, and then it disperses, and then a very faint image of a Pokemon proceeds to appear. If you'll give me 1 sec.
Bro whipped out the iris messages from Percy Jackson.
Literally! Oh, Goddess of the Rainbow, accept my offering. Except, no Rainbow shows up. No, if anything, well, this is more like a one-time use hologram from Star Wars. And you see as an after image of a of a Greninja appears, holding an ice glaive. And she, like, turns around to see Dan, and then proceeds to, like, form a salute. Leader Archie, what do you have to report? Well, everything is on the fritz over here. This island got attacked again, and who knows when it'll be attacked. And and also the Dynadashers are heading your way. They're making their way to the volcano, so be on edge. Understood, sir. Anything else? Well, a bunch of weird robots are also made their way here. Not sure what's that's up with, but it's more weird. It's more ridiculous stuff to do with the capital, so as long as they don't interfere, we'll be fine. Understood. How are things going on your end? Well, surveillance on the volcano has been doing just fine. I'm going to be enacting my infiltration in the morning. Alright, how are they progressing on their own summoning? Well, they seem to be on the tail end of unearthing the rest of the volcano. From what I've learned, they haven't started the ritual to summon Groudon yet, but they will soon. Alright. Regardless of what happens, even if they do manage to summon Groudon, just learn any extra information that they have. And Audrey's like, yes, understood. And anything interesting you find, take it for yourself. Will do, sir. And then the afterimage fades away. And Dan's like, quote unquote, Dan. I was like, okay. Alright. Anyways. Now and then he moves off this way. It's like, and then he sees all three of you and is like, oh, Miss Flo, I didn't see you there. And Reggie's like, what the heck was that? What was what? I was just out of a one-on-one with Mr. Eben. Who was that Greninja you were speaking with? And why did she call you Archie? The Catholic mystery ninja. Darn it! Watch your language. Shoot! Dang it! But anyways, but yeah. Dan's like, whoa, what are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. And Iron Athymos, I just saying you're more than welcome to interject at any point, unless you want Regia to do all the talking.
Could I replay on my face what I just saw?
Yes, you can. You proceed
Just
to replay
a brief glimpse of it.
Yeah.
A brief bit of it.
Oh my god, you just replay.
Chat clip that. That's literally
exactly. Chat clip it. No, it's giving that one scene from Monsters Inc. where they have the CEO of the company, where they play, I'll kidnap 1,000 children before I let this company die, over and over again. That's exactly what you do. And Dan's like, you see, I've managed to successfully infiltrate the Abyssal Cult. I'm pretending to be one of their own, just like Chef, but they're not onto me. I swear. And Reggie's like, if I recall, the name Archie belonged to a Sharpedo that had orchestrated our most recent attack. One who had taken my son and almost got him arrested by the Capitol. It was, yeah, that was me. That was me. Yes, that was. But I only wanted to get him out of trouble. If it wasn't for the Infernal Cult kind of getting in the way, things would have been real bad. If that's the case, then why Was that Greninja taking orders from you? Excuse me? From what it sounded like she was serving under you. And from what my husband and I had been informed by Gemma, who had witnessed that same Greninja be given the blue orb by the capital, she's the second in command of the Abyssal Cult. Who are you, Dan? If that is even your real name. And at first, Dan was all but he was all very frustrated, frustrated, very panicky and all of that. And only to then just take a deep breath. It's like, you shouldn't have come here. Ma'am, with all due respect, you need to leave now. Or what? Why should
to leave? You need to leave!
Why should I listen to a word you say? Traitor! Listen, alright? Alright, fine. Yeah. Yeah, you wanna know who I am? And then he proceeds to pull out a bandana and tie it around himself. And put on an anchor necklace. Name's Archie. The first in command of the Abyssal Cult. I cannot believe you. This whole time, for years, you've been double-crossing us. How many times? Oh. And then Reggie, looks back at you, Iron Athymos. The attack. All of the attacks. All of the attempts to try to steal the Cobalt treasure, the Crystal treasure, that was you! You were behind all of this! And Archie's like, listen, Regia, okay? I didn't want anyone to get hurt here, okay? Yeah, I infiltrated this place years ago because I needed to find the blue orb for the Abyssal Cult, alright? But things got difficult when I realized that you all were good Pokemon. You all were noble and respectful. And I had intended to reveal myself naturally, but things got out of hand because that stupid Manaphy and also, unfortunately, I hate to break it to you, your son got in the way. My son did what he was supposed to, which is keeping this island safe from miserable Pokemon like you that dare to manipulate others. I didn't want any of this to happen. You think I wanted you or your husband to almost die from the previous attack? Do you think I wanted anyone to die? I had told all of the other members not to kill anyone. Unfortunately, some of them showed no restraint, and so they were abandoned. We're not here to try to kill people, okay? We're here to try to change lives for the better. You've known the occult, the capital. They don't care about us. Look at them! If what Draco told me is true, then those Pokemon behind you and all the other robots, their lives were taken by the capital. They don't care about us. They don't care about you or me. And yet you still took their help. It was a means to an end. I did not feel good about it when they contacted us saying, hey, we have the orbs, that they're free for you to take. I didn't like it. That's why I sent in my second in command. Because she was a skilled escape artist. She knew as soon as things got bad, she knew when to bail. Thankfully, things went well for the most part for her. Unfortunately, my fins are tied with how far I can go. That Manaphy is getting in my way. If you want to blame someone, blame them. Oh, no. I'll blame both of you. Especially since that Manaphy almost killed my husband. And you let it happen. I couldn't do anything. If I tried to do anything and spoke out of turn against that Manaphy on my own, I would be dead before your husband would. And that's why I offered to have Chef spared. Because he was going to die too. The Manaphy was going to kill him. If I didn't step in and offer Chef to join us. And thankfully, he took the deal. I could tell that he joined in only just to get a pot shot at Manaphy, and I was more than willing to get him that chance, but things got out of hand when the Infernal Cult got in our way. Please, if you listen, once this is all over, I'll gladly put myself in that crypt along with those the other criminals, alright? Just hear me out on this. Then what are you all doing? What is your whole purpose? Why have you attacked this island so many times to the point where Ostinato's mother's dead? The Skull Clan attack years ago. Wasn't that orchestrated by the Abyssal Cult too? Yes, you're right. I told them not to kill anyone. I promise. I promise on my word as an explorer, as an adventurer, as a fighter. Your word means nothing. Considering that you betrayed us for years. You've been lying through your shark teeth for years. The amount of times that Chef cooked meals for you. Did none of that mean anything to you? Of course it did. Why do you think I cared about him? I made sure he stayed alive. I made sure. I didn't want anything to happen. I didn't want some innocents to get killed. Especially when I found out that Electros had been killed, I was going to find whatever Marowak was responsible and kill them myself, and then I found out that boy apparently did the job for me, so I didn't bother. I'm sorry, okay? I truly am, for all the pain that has been caused against you, your friends, and your family. I truly am, but there's only so much I can do. Please, you have to believe me. I don't believe you. But right now...
At this point...
Yeah.
At this
Regia
point,
is not...
This is about to escalate towards fight.
Yeah.
This is gonna be wild considering what she knows about me, but I'm gonna intervene and say... I don't fully trust him. I'm gonna step up and put my hand across her, back her down a bit and say, I don't trust him. I understand, but this seems like an opportunity that we keep an eye on him and use him to figure out what the Abyssal Cult is doing from the inside.
Thank you.
And otherwise, I mean, he can't show up to this island ever again without getting pummeled.
Alright, at least some reason. Thank you. What was your name again?
Athymos.
Athymos. I appreciate...
I think Reggie is probably, looking at me shocked because we just clarified that my mother's death.
Yeah.
Due to this dude. But
yeah.
She also can't say that.
Oh yeah, Regia is staring at you with the face of, what do you mean? We cannot trust this guy! He's the reason your mother's dead! But she's not saying any of that, she's just staring at you what?
I just kind of give her a glance saying, yeah, I get it. But not saying anything more than that.
Thank you. Okay.
Now, that being said, we need a way to monitor him. That
Yeah.
is beyond just trusting he's not leaking out this information to the rest of the Abyssal Cult.
And I'm just like, hey, what was it, Dan, Archie? What is your real name? It's Archie. Archie. What's that thing on your weird anchor necklace? He's like, I remember reading some files about those stones. That looks like a mega stone. It is. Do you plan on using it anytime soon? Only for defense. Uh-huh. I don't know, Athymos. I'm kind of with Reggie on this one. This guy can't be trusted. Especially with that thing around his neck.
How about we confiscate that stone, hold it as leverage, and also I suggest we implant someone with him.
Archie is like, I did not want any of this to happen, but you forced my fit.
Sucks, deal with it.
And he's like, okay, fine.
Do you say that in character as Jack?
In character, come on, it'd be so funny.
In character, yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah, Archie,
sucks, deal with it.
Archie's like,
Skill issue.
Just like, oh my god. Whatever. Fine. Alright, and we're gonna put a quick pause on that conversation. And let's just see how, what was it? I want to see how things are going with Draco. Who's just currently thinking to himself. He's like, Chef, I hope you and your friends are all right. Whatever I don't want what happened to us not to happen to you. So please just return safely. Regia, I hope you're right about our forefathers watching over us. I think that boy needs all the help he can get. And then he proceeds to turn around, and as he hears someone, is like, "Who goes there?" And then someone approaches, is like, "Excuse me, hi, I'm Iron Moth. I'm one of Iron Athymos' allies. Don't worry. I'm sorry. This is just nothing. This place is nothing like I've ever seen. I wanted to do a little bit of exploring. Oh, okay. Forgive the agitation. I've been on edge for quite a bit lately, and it's been a lot. Right, sorry. Okay. And Iron Moth flies around. Is like, so, what is this whole place all about? Well, it is the resting grounds of the legendary Pokemon Suicune. Suicune? I've never heard of that Pokemon. Well, it is our guardian of sorts, although unfortunately they have departed recently due to our most recent attack. But instead of waiting for things to happen, they have gone out of their way to seek out threats. So while there is a chance that we might get attacked at some point, hopefully that will be mitigated by Suicune themselves. Oh, okay. Are they the only legendary Pokemon in here? Oh no, there are quite a few. Suicune is one of the legendary beasts. 3 Pokemon in total that serve under Ho-Oh, who is the emissary of the skies and the sun, who most of the archipelago worships. In fact, have you heard of the Golden Festival? I think so. I think I saw some files about it. Yes, well, it's a tradition held once a decade where most of the different islands participate in trials. and each island can send a representative to battle in the to participate in the name of their island, and they must do 8 trials in the span of a month, and then arrive at the capital before participating in the final golden trials, and then whoever wins is is granted a blessing from Ho-Oh and, fame, fortune, all of that stuff. And, well, the most recent champions are from our own island, the Diamond Dashers, whom you've met. Oh, nice. I would have loved to have seen that. Yes, well, hopefully, eventually you'll be able to hopefully, if you stick around in this region for the next 10 years, you'll be able to witness or even participate in the next trials. That'd be pleasant. Mm-hmm. So, and Ironmouth's like, you seem worried. Like your mind's all over the place. It's obvious, yeah. With everything that's happened, I can't help it. I became the mayor not out of my own choice, but because I had to. Unfortunately, the old mayor had been killed in a previous attack, and I took up his position because these Pokemon needed it. They needed some guidance, and I was willing to give it to them. I just hope that they can continue on, that we all can continue on and bounce back. This island has suffered a lot of pain already. Ironmoth's like, right. And they're like, well, my friends and I do appreciate the hospitality you've granted us. I know we're practically strangers, but I can't speak more on this, but one of us has had ties. Has been wanting to come here, I guess. Is it Iron Athymos? Maybe?